So I recorded this video already, but it didn't go well the first time. So I guess in some cases I'm speaking from a middle ground. I'm not really speaking from someone who has experienced it. I've pretty much wanted to, but I was always in a space of like I should, but I didn't want to really experience it. So the video might be all over the place, but I do hope it makes sense and it resonates with you. I hope you guys, watch the video with an open mind, because I'm speaking from the point of people who want to but don't want to, and why hookup culture probably isn't great for you. So stick around and let's get to it. Hookup culture. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've definitely wanted to dwell in hookup culture at some point in my life. It looked exciting, it made it easier, sex is no longer taboo, like everybody speaks about it, But after I started seeing the negatives of it, and that there's really no pros, there's pros obviously, you're having fun, you're enjoying yourselves, and I guess you're exploring other people's bodies, but to what extent does it become too much? My story obviously is, personally, I've only slept with one person, right? I only have one body. So I will admit that. I've had situations or opportunities to have slept with many other women, but two things happened. Number one, obviously I didn't have sexual education. I didn't know what to do. I had a porn addiction back in the day, so obviously from that mindset, you think the woman comes naked already. It does happen, but not in all cases. In most cases, you have to build a connection with the woman. You have to be comfortable with the person before you get to that point, before you even get to sex. And the second point is, I guess I always chickened out. I was never really truly attracted to the people I wanted to have sex with at the time. In 2017, one of my homies' cousins at the time, right? She visited for a while, and obviously we got together. She told me she had a thing for me, and I was like, okay, I have a thing for you too. Let's definitely hop into it. Let's get to know each other a bit more. I did that, we spoke, and there was a time where we were alone in the room, and it was time to get going. Obviously we're doing the things, we're kissing, grabbing her boobs, all that shit. And my shit didn't even get up, I'm not gonna lie. On the basis, not that I wasn't truly attracted to her, but I wasn't prepared. Knowing who I was in 2017, I still had that porn mindset that, you can just cream pie a woman and life will be okay. I had a obviously this is a new one, but I had a condom back then, but I kept it in my pocket because I always had that rule from 2017 till like 2022, right? And I told myself, now, condoms make me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to strap up. I want to go road dog this person. And I remember like my homie was outside the room, and he kept trying to talk me out of it, like, dog, don't do it, bro. You're gonna get her pregnant. And I'm like, and I guess what we spoke about before I took her to the room sort of psyched me out and made me not want to do it. And I guess we kissed and shit, and later on, obviously, she asked me, like, why didn't you go any further? And obviously told her that I guess I just wasn't ready, I wasn't really in the mood, but next time we link up, I'm definitely gonna fuck. And we never did, because I eventually ghosted her, and that was about it. And we never spoke again. So that brings us to the first point. Hookup culture is, like, I feel like we forget that there's real consequences that happen if we hook up with the wrong people. Half of the time, especially with men, we like to have this type of mindset that, hey, my pull-out game is perfect. My pull-out game is immaculate. I don't need no rubber. Fuck a rubber, bro. Fucking me. Shit makes me makes me feel, trapped, makes my willy feel trapped. I know. I used to speak like those types of guys at some point, and I know that with hookup culture, most of the time, it creates situations that we don't even want. Sometimes you bring children into this world that you never even planned for. Imagine your whole life is not even set together and you bring a whole child to this planet. And I knew for a fact that had I stopped my porn addiction at that time, I definitely would have been addicted to sex, bro. I 100% would have been addicted to sex, right? Because from 2017, when I started going to college, that's when obviously it's like, oh, there's so much women. And at that time in 2018, that's when I learned pickup artistry. And if you know a thing or two about pickup artistry, that you're learning the social dynamics, how to speak to women, how to close a set, essentially. So with pickup artistry, we had this thing where we would lead sets. We meet a girl, we, sweet talk, do what we need to do, keep it short and brief, but make sure that you lead to something else. Make sure it's always lead to something else. We create temporary connections just so we can get what we want, so we can get our dicks up. Right? If you've seen the pickup channels, you'll know that's pretty much what it goes. It's either a date close, a kiss close, or a lead to meet later. And that's when you fuck. Which leads to my second point. Hookup culture just makes everything feel empty. With pickup artistry, at the time I remember being in the group chats and seeing how many, it was explicit, right? Guys in these group chats would send naked photos of the women they just fucked, and these women generally they know what time it is, but half of the other women, it's you can tell that they definitely wanted to have a connection with said person, right? And this is where it comes. This is where it comes to my story. So I'm going to jump to 2021 before I finish this point. In 2021, obviously I was with another girl. I just broke up with my ex at the time, and I remember I wanted to deflower a girl just for the sake of getting I guess that validation that I have, because at the time in 2021 I just had my first body. So another time I wanted to deflower another woman just simply for the fact of I just want another notch on my belt. I just want to get my dick sucked. The woman I was with at the time, she wanted to have a committed relationship. She wanted to, live in the farm. She wanted to live a life with me. But with hookup culture, I guess your mindset is just, I just want to get this. I don't want the benefits. I don't want the relationship. I don't want the connection. And I remember we stopped, obviously, because what's fucking crazy is I just met her parents a few minutes ago, and we in the TV room, we're cuddling, we're doing all that shit. I'm caressing her, but she was a virgin at the time, and she still is. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'll make a full video on that one coming soon, but let's just say she knew personally, she knew me and my dark side, that I'm not that type of person. Why would you want to do hookup culture? Why is it so enticing to you? We and the boys, we used to talk. We used to talk, bro. We used to just objectify, and that's where it comes to. The second point leads to the third point, that with hookup culture, you just literally objectify people. Oh, Ashley with the fat ass, Oh, if I've spoken to women, it's oh, that guy over there, he got a big dick. Brandon with the big dick. That's what we've come to. Taking it back to pickup. Every woman is just a set. That's what we used to call them, sets. It's not that beautiful Asian girl, or that beautiful black girl, or that beautiful light-skinned chick. It's sets. Let's go open that set so we can lead and close. We're being brainwashed. And this obviously goes to the women too, because I've spoken to a couple women who have more than one body, or not even more than one, more than 10 bodies. And for them, it's you can tell they're trying to fill a void in a sense. Having sex with multiple people is how they get the validation that they require. That's how they get the comfort. Most of them, I speak to them, and They want the whole cuddle situation. Like, I could never see myself, especially back in the day when I had that mindset. I didn't want to see you again. You can see where this is going, right? It goes into the third point that we literally devalue people, and people who participate in them devalue themselves. And look, this is not to shame whoever is participating currently in hookup culture. Like I said, I'm speaking from a middle ground because, like I said, to an extent, I did want to participate. And I understand that for some people, they will hit me with that line, it's my body, it's my choice, I get to sleep with whoever I want, it's my choice. Sex shouldn't define who I am, but it should. You're sharing your body, you've devalued yourself. I have the mindset now, currently, that you should treat your body like a temple. It's sacred. You're not just gonna let anybody into your house. In fact, let's do it that way. Let's envision our bodies like a home. You're not gonna leave all your doors open so that every motherfucker can get inside the house. That's invasion. To do whatever they like, to change whatever. Letting random people in, whether you a girl or a guy, sticking your dick in every girl or getting dicked down by every nigga. It looks good on paper, I understand. Social media, music, all the Netflix shows, everything that we watch entices us and makes it look so cool that, oh dude, if I'm horny as fuck, I can just scroll on an app, swipe right, and get whoever I want right now. I can go on Instagram, send a couple DMs, link up with so-and-so, and we just call it a night. Like I said, I understand it looks sexy on paper, it sounds good. Maybe it only benefits women or the top 10% men, but we're forming unnecessary connections with these people. And in the time I've spent thinking about it, because I think I overthink a lot. And I'm not going to say that my overthinking is all bad, but it has saved me in certain situations. I don't want to share my energy with a lot of people. Personally, that's just me. If I know that I'm not going to have a long-term connection with you, I don't want you in my life. I don't want to build a connection that I'm not going to fulfill. And it's something that I've said in another video. Don't start a vibe if you can't finish it. Don't start a connection if you know you're not going to go all the way with it. Because the more we do that, the more we create unnecessary pain, and now we're creating trauma, and that's why the dating market is the way it is. Fuck niggas. Niggas ain't shit, Niggas ain't shit because we do that. The manosphere, especially for guys who are in my position who don't have sex as much, or virgins, or people that just don't even have sex at all, we get pressurized by society that we should do these things, and we taught that when we do these things, don't worry about the connection, don't worry about like the lovey-dovey shit, just fucking leave. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think if I consistently was in hookup culture, I definitely would have fell in love with somebody along the lines. For sure, right? And imagine that. You try to fall in love with somebody and that person's like, oh, I thought we were just fucking around and having fun. And I used to have that mindset too. Whenever I used to flirt with women, I was like, I mean, a lot of women would know if you've dealt with like a fuckboy, because I used to be called a fuckboy at the time because I wasn't very serious with relationships back in the day. I mean, you would know obviously because I made a video about it, of me being a serial cheater, and that shit carried on until my recent relationship. But I used to just tell women, like, women would text me and shit, and I would just tell them like, look, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. I'm just trying to focus on myself, but we can have some fun together. We can see where things go. I've been told that women hate that a lot. Want to see where things go. You just want to fucking leave me, don't you? And yeah, that was the case at the time. But the good thing is, first of all, I guess because my life wasn't together, right? and the fact that I still live with my parents. That was also one factor that held me back. And also the whole staying at home for 4 years situation, I think that helped a lot. Because if I had my own place at the time with the mindset I had back then, I definitely would have dwelled in hookup culture, and I definitely would have slept around, been with people who wanted something more, and I definitely would have just seen them like another opportunity to get my nuts off, you know. And it gets horrible. You think porn addiction is worse, sex addiction is way worse, because not just that, but I feel like people also forget that this disease is still. I don't know if I've mentioned it in the video already, but I've lost a couple uncles. Like 2. Oh, I have family members who have had HIV and shit. I mean, if you know South Africa, you know. South Africa has like the highest rate in HIV. So I think also we should just look at it from the perspective that people also speak about para bondings, and it's like, nah, I don't really care about, you know, Sally, or a girl would say she doesn't care about that nigga, you know, he's just another body. But people on the internet would say that women experience it more with the whole para bonding, but niggas too. I know for a fact that there's guys out there, if a specific girl would call, you know, Brenda with the lips, Ashley with the ass, if she had to call, bro, man's is folding. It's like, okay, I'm about to get back into business. That's why I say that it's the way everything is set up. Society and social media, it's so glamorized now. It's cool now that it's not taboo, and it's not like, oh, sex, oh, sacred shit, you know, like everybody speaks about it. But I think, consider this. Do you want everybody to have access to your body, right? Do you want everybody to know you as, this girl's just only good for one thing? People devalue you. You're just known as a body. They don't really care about what you like, what you've gone through, your fears, your aspirations. You're just another sex object. Well, niggas too, you know? You're just the guy with the big dick, you know? Thrust master type shit. That's all you're known as. I think sexual discipline is sexy. Having been told, obviously, you know, people always look at me and think that my body count is high, but I don't even have a high body count. Yes, I've led up to situations. Yes, I've done the whole nude situation. Yes, I've led situations to a sexual point, you know, especially online, like, oh, send nudes and shit. I've done some pretty sexually deviant behavior shit, for real. Things I'm not proud of, you know. Like, it's midnight, I'm on a call with a girl, it's 2020, we're in lockdown, my pants is off, I'm ready, I'm stroking my shit, talking to you all sexy and shit, like, hey, send some nudes and shit. I've done some pretty weird shit throughout my life. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for staying home, because I know that if I was out and about, I definitely would have been crazy outside. I would have been doing all that shit. I would have probably been a father. I probably would have had a disease. All the girls I've messed around with know that I had sex addict behaviors. I'm not trying to shame, but there is shame in this. Imagine you meet somebody new and they have more than 50 bodies. Someone attractive. Look, everybody can do what they will. You know, I definitely believe it's based on the person. If the person definitely has good intentions, but off rip, when you speak to somebody and you hear their body count, sometimes you feel a certain way within you as the receiver of that information. You feel almost repelled that, damn, you let all these people fuck you? And most of the time people will be like, I was just having fun, I was just in my zone, I was in my prime. I was outside. I mean, look at the content on YouTube, you know, especially now with like spring break, or if it's here in South Africa, we have the whole smash or pass. We take advantage of that. We're young. Oh, it's college. Let's go fuck everybody. It's glamorized today that we have to have that. And if you're not sexually experienced, or if you have less than 5 bodies, you're undervalued. You're a virgin. You don't have enough experience. People literally leave people just because you have a certain amount of bodies. If you have a high body count and somebody finds out that you have less than 10 or 4 or 3, they look at you some type of way like, oh, I don't think I want to enjoy my time with this person. This person's not going to know what they're going to do with me. This video is all over the place because I'm speaking from both perspectives. I'm not trying to just speak from like the person who doesn't want to, but I'm speaking from the person who wants to as well. Long story short, there's no connection in this. It's not fruitful. It's not long lasting. To people who want to have short-term relationships, I understand. I know women that don't want to have kids because they feel like they don't want to be mothers. But when I spoke to them some more, they told me they just want to explore the world. She told me eventually, like, she just feels like she doesn't want to be settled down with one person. She doesn't want to be a mother. She feels like she needs more than that. We're damaged people, all of us. And this comes to the next point that we all need to heal at some point. Most of us think that we find value by exposing ourselves, by being naked. The only way we feel loved is if we fucked. You're way better than that. Trust me. And that in turn creates trauma. We're trauma bonding with people. We spreading our energies and shit like that. The woo-woo bullshit too. It's true. It's not just we sharing like salivas and semen and all that weird shit, but we sharing the other shit. We're sharing our energies. We're sharing ourselves with these people. People that we'll never see again. And now to everybody who wants to or who's curious about it. At the end of the day, I have no jurisdiction of your body. I cannot stop you from doing that. But consider that. Do you want just anybody to be a part of you? Do you want people to have access to your body at any time that they want? Do you want to be known as just another number? As just another body? I've spoken to some people and they say that they don't do the instant hookups. They do like, you know, the whole friends with benefits situation, but even in that situation it doesn't work out. I know. Obviously my point is I never learned to escalate, you know. I never learned to escalate like sexually. Or if I did know, I just didn't feel like I wanted to. And with all the people that I was supposed to sexually escalate with, they're moms now. All my exes, like 80% of my exes are moms now. And when I tell my friends that, they always tell me, hey dog, you dodged a whole lot of bullets. But what's to say I didn't want to at the time? I didn't want to get inside her and just like, you know, get in there. But looking back at that, it still would have been fruitless, you know, because I barely even speak to them now. It definitely hurts. It doesn't hurt just women, it hurts men too. We're all affected by this bullshit. I'm not trying to shame anybody, but they're definitely a shame in that. Treat yourself with value. Love yourself. If you feel like you have this pain within you and you feel like the only thing you can do, the only way you can express yourself is through sex. Anything sexual. I was that guy too, like, you know. Everybody knew that I couldn't stop talking about sex. Oh, look at that girl, she got a fat ass, bro. You know, I really want to get in there. I was all talk back in the day. I never had motion like that. Don't let social pressures get to you. I have one body, so what? And every time I tell people, they don't believe that I have one body. It's like, what am I supposed to do? You know, my life wasn't set together. I don't have my own place. I mean, I can't bring my girls to my parents' house. I'm like 26 now. I should have my own place. You know, but I also feel like hookups are also very expensive, bro, because let's say you in my situation and you don't have like your own place to stay, then you just, you know, hire a B&B for a weekend or a hotel, or if you're comfortable, you have car sex or whatever like that, or some weird shit. It's expensive. That, and most people go out of their way to buy a woman's love, if that makes sense. Men that don't have a lot of action go for prostitutes, and women get enticed by a man buying a bottle, for example. That's what guys, I've spoken to guys who say that all they did was buy her a bottle of, like, I don't know, vodka or something like that, and then she liked it, and next thing you know, they fucked. Is your body valued just one bottle? Is your body just valued by gifts, fruitless gifts, being blessed or whatever, being like, being bought like stupid shit. I mean, it's cool to post, oh, I got a Louis bag or some shit like that, but are you valued? Is your body valued just for that? They like to say that everybody has a price, but trust me, like with your body, value yourself a bit more. So to conclude, we've spoken about a lot, we've spoken about my sexual deviancy. We've spoken about the diseases and, everything that happens that come along with hookups, unwanted children. We've spoken about devaluing people, like you're nothing but a body, that's all they know you for. We've spoken about that. It doesn't really form connections. Even if we go into the intentions of not forming a connection, we're still forming a parabond connection with these people. We're hooked to these people. We feel their traumas. We get all the negatives from these people. We're not getting anything positive. The pros obviously is like, hey, another day, another body, but it's not worth it. That, and we've spoken about that, it's all short term, it's all instant gratification, Sexual discipline is sexy, I'm not gonna lie. Wanna wait for marriage, or people who are on celibacy, they always look that very weird in this society, but it's worth it, trust me. I feel like the sex is even more, powerful when you fuck with somebody who you actually fuck with. Somebody who you actually care about, someone that you've actually built a connection with, someone that you actually trust. You don't know what type of psyche you could be bringing in your home, in your space, into your body. Hopefully this video made sense. I hope it resonated with you. It's okay that you've done it, Don't shame yourself. I know I'm probably going to get those comments, hey, it's my body, it's my choice, you can't tell me what to do. But it has impacts. It definitely has like negative impacts. For the people that want to just stay in short-term relationships for the rest of their life, trust me, it's a very empty reality. I also wanted that at some point because of, I guess, heartbreak or whatever. And I told myself, I just wanna live like a bachelor for the rest of my life. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wanna have a queen by my side one day and build a family, get married, have kids. Send my wife and kids to the tropics one day, and just have some fun, live. And I guess that type of shit is not for everybody. Some people are, I guess, made to be single for the rest of their life, based on obviously their choices and their lifestyle. But at the end of the day, take care of yourself. Love yourself a bit more. Value yourself a lot. Value your energy, your sexual creative energy. Keep that to yourself. That's yours. That's your special power. Don't be sharing it with any random person that you meet. And I think if someone were to ask me that, you're telling me that if there was a beautiful person, you still wouldn't hook up with them. I want to get to know you first. For me personally, it takes me a year for me to actually, it's going to be weird, but it takes me 1 full year to actually be comfortable with somebody. Whether you're a friend, whether you're a woman, it doesn't matter. It takes me 1 full year for me to truly be like, you're a cool person. You're cool peoples. I fuck with you. But that's because I've met I've met a bunch of crazy people throughout my life, I met a bunch of crazy people throughout my life, so I guess I have very high standards now. And that's also why I haven't fucked around a lot, because I have high standards. Most of the girls look nice, but their mindset was kind of fucked. And you should look at that. You should have that type of criteria if you want to hook up with somebody. So it's up to you at the end of the day. That's why I said I had a hard time. I've been meaning to make this video, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you. If you want to indulge in that, just consider the negatives. If you're horny as fuck, I don't know. Do something else, to be honest. Do something else. I think there's so much, especially the people, there's one more point that I want to talk about. People who say that they want to find themselves. You can't find yourself in another body. You can't find yourself in that guy's dick, and niggas, you can't find yourself in another girl's ass. Not the girl's pussy, bro. You can't find yourself. You already have yourself. Embrace who you are now. grow from that. How the fuck are you gonna find yourself in some sex, bro? Especially to all the single people, because I remember like one of my exes used to trigger me like that and be like, "Oh, I can't keep you around because I need to go find myself." Meaning she's gonna go get fucked, and she did. It's okay. What am I supposed to do? I just know that if we ever were to meet up again, I'm gonna look at you some type of way. Personally, that's me. Like if someone were to tell me if they had so many bodies, I lose interest a little bit, right? Obviously, I'm not saying that people who have high body counts don't deserve love too. They do. It all depends on you. But at the end of the day, you have to be a very understanding person. You have to see them for who they are. Listen to their story. Everybody has a story. Not everybody's perfect. Just remember that. I hope that makes sense. Society, it's forced down our throats every single day. Social media, memes, Twitter, fucking music videos, everything. All these fucking new dating apps. So, do you want to participate in hookup culture? If you do, make sure you have an scapegoat, because trust me, it's a slippery slope. But especially to all the people that like I said, to the people who don't have a high body count, you're respected, you're loved. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. Alright? I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope the video wasn't too all over the place. And tell me what you guys think down below, right? To the people with high body counts, I'm not shaming you guys, right? There's a stigma behind it, I know, but it is what it is. Whatever you're going through, I hope you find time to heal and love yourself. And you are loved, trust me. And to the people people who want to do it, just think about it for a bit. At the end of the day, you guys can have fun, do whatever you guys want, but from my perspective, I feel like I would be a little bit more cautious before I get into another situationship, if that makes sense. Make sure you're mentally ready. Alright, I'm rambling now. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you guys need me to expand on this a bit more, let me know down below. Peace.